Round 9 week continues. We had to Dover, the Monster Mile, this time for the RB Custom Rigs Xfinity Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com, presented by MaxspeedTV. How's everybody doing out there here this evening? Looks like Ryan, I don't know if Ryan's going to be able to make it again this week. I have not heard from him. I know he liked the post, but of course, myself, Joshua Medlock, is up here. Ryan, if he does show up, he'll be up here commentating with me. So a big shout out to Ryan for when he can make it up here in the booth. Big shout out to him, each and every week when he can get up here. Like I said, a big shout out to all the fans that tuned in. But we're going to go ahead and, of course, dive down into it here tonight. Got a little bit of a late start issue, but we got it fixed. Got an air temp of 69 degrees, a track temp of 99, so the track temp is a little warm out here at Dover. They are going to be pulling 165 laps, 165 miles. They get a total of 5 sets, of course, the set they start with, and 4 in the pits. Now, fuel window, I'm assuming, I thought it was going to be like 80 laps or so, but what I understand is somewhere between 50 and 60. I just put it at 55 to 62. It may be plus or minus a few laps. I don't really know, but I think that's going to be pretty close. Pit road speed, 45 miles an hour, and it is a dreadful, dreadful pit road. I think I've got that backwards, actually. I think it's 35 pit and 45 pace. We'll check that in a minute, but regardless of what the speed here is at Dover, getting on to pit road at Dover is tricky, especially on old tires. You're locking up the brakes, you're taking a chance of spinning it, getting into another vehicle, coming back up on the track, getting hit. I mean, it's just a handful out there coming down pit road. So that hopefully they really be careful and give everybody enough room when they do come down. But it's all about winning for sure. Well, let's take a look at the point standings coming into this evening. Now, GT Hawkins is up in the top spot, no doubt about it. Probably mathematically locked into it here. 366 points, more on GT here in a bit. David Weishart up to 304 second. He is 62 behind GT Hawkins. Garrett Grant going to stay where he's at in third, 302. He is 2 behind David and 64 behind Hawkins. Ron Goodell down 2 in fourth at an even 300. 2 behind Garrett, 66 behind Hawkins. James Bickford, he's going to stay where he's at in fifth, 293. 7 behind Ryan and 73 behind the leader. Michael Thwaites up a spot into 6th, 283. He is 10 behind James and 83 behind the leader. Bryce Sinasak is going to be down a spot into 7th, 282, 1 behind Michael and 84 behind the leader. Paul Henley's going to stay where he's at in 8th, 264, 18 behind Bryce and 102 behind the leader. Mike Rominger is going to be up a spot into 9th, 248, 16 behind Paul and 118 behind the leader. Dan Bruce, he is still in the top 10. Down a spot, 243. 5 points behind Mike and 123 behind the leader. David Elliott up a spot into 11th, 243. He is actually tied with Darren Bruce there for that 10th spot. He has 123 points behind the leader. Alan Fox is going to stay where he's at right there at that cutoff line in 12th at 241. 2 points behind David and Darren, 125 behind the leader. Ryan Wasserman on the outside looking in. He's up a spot into 13th, 216, 25 behind Allen, 150 behind the leader. Jacob Manning up 2 spots into 14th, 209, 7 behind Brian, and 157 behind the leader. Jim Duda is going to stay where he's at in 15th at 208, 1 behind Jacob and 158 behind the leader. Kyle Sieg down 3 into 16th, 196, 12 points behind Jim, 170 behind the leader. Timothy Zayas is going to stay where he's at in 17th, 184, 12 points behind Kyle and 182 behind the leader. Drew Ballesteros up 2 spots into 18th, 168. 16 points behind Timothy, and 198 behind the leader. Zach Willard down a spot into 19th, 152, 16 behind Drew, and 214 behind the leader. And Blair Patterson, the daddy, he's going to crack the top 20, up 2 spots from last week at 149. Is 3 points behind Zach Willard and 217 behind the leader. However, it's all about trying to get into the top 12, of course, for the chase. Of course, we'll be off next week, and then when we come back, we will be in the final race of the regular season. And, of course, they will be racing after the comeback week, after Independence Day for round 10. They're going to be at, looks like, Las Vegas. So it looks like Las Vegas is going to be the round 10 week for Extreme this season. However, we are going to go ahead and step away, play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. Don't go anywhere, folks. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Max Speed TV.
Alrighty, folks, qualifying is underway. We're coming down to about 2 minutes left here in qualifying. Of course, we've got team points to go down here as well, but Ryan Branshaw has finally joined us up here in the booth after not being late. Well, he is late, but, you know, not having to work tonight or anything, but he is just now getting in here. Ryan, of course, you already know the track. It's Dover. Very fast mile track. We've got a pretty good field out here, and even a couple of standbys as well out here. So what do you think's going to happen out here tonight, bud, from your perspective?
Man, I mean, Dover's definitely a difficult track. I think miles will be eating good today, but I think definitely some close racing, and these leaders will come up on these lap cars pretty quick as well. But that'll definitely make for some interesting situations tonight. But 165 laps. Let's see if these guys can make it all the way green.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I mean, we know they can. The past 2 races, you know, round 8 and round 7, they went green all the way. And of course, the week before that, they did have, you know, I think it was 5 cautions. But you know, these guys are really good. They know how to drive. More interested to see here tonight who the person who says they don't like Dover, if they really actually like Dover. And what I'm talking is about, well, the guy who's been pretty much dominant here in the Xfinity Series, Ryan, and that's GT Hawkins. It looks like right now he's qualified in that 6th spot. And I mean, GT's got to figure something out, but I think he's got right now something figured out. Looks like he just dropped back to 7th.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's always up front, of course, but he's obviously going to have some competition in that 88 of Chris Seidenfan and David Weishart, those 2 Samson guys who are actually, we'll get to later, but the Samson guys are doing pretty well in this series as far as team points. They're also winning a bunch of races, so GT obviously has some competition up there, but he always finds himself up front at the end.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get everything back up in here. It looks like qualifying is going to be coming to an end here. Well, it did come to an end. So let me go ahead and bring back up everything else here. Train decided it wanted to go bloop on me. All right, we also got some team points to go down here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Ryan, and he's going to go ahead and go over the overall team points, the big team points, where that team championship is decided, bud.
So with 3,373 points, GT Motorsports leads the way in the ExtremeMotorsports.com overall team points, and followed closely behind, only 200 points behind him, Samson Motorsports with 3,195 points. Primetime Motorsports following up Samson by an even slimmer margin of 3,179 points. JW Racing in 4th with 2,866 points, and Jacob Bell Racing will round out our 5 teams this season with 2,740 points.
All right, well, that is the overall team points where the team championship, of course, is decided. Now we get to the Xfinity Series team points. Samson up at the top spot, 875. That's where you're going on with Samson there. Primetime in 2nd, 845. GT Motorsports in 3rd at 831. JW Racing in 4th, 662. And Jacob Bell Racing going to be 5th at 657. I mean, it's still really close back here between JW and Jacob Bell. And still pretty close between the top 3 in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, Samson, Primetime, and GT have all been swapping wins here this season. Obviously, GT leading the way for that GT Motorsports crew, and Primetime getting a couple wins here or there. But Samson, uh, absolutely leading the way here in this Xfinity Series, a whole 30 points in front of Primetime. Although that could all change tonight with a good race from the Primetime guys.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. Well, Jacob Manning was the quickest in practice, and of course, he's going to be quickest in qualifying. I think Jacob's got it figured out here tonight. So we're going to have to, of course, get him up here for a interview for grabbing the pole. But before we do that, let's go ahead and give some shout outs here. Before we get into it and let them do their drivers meeting. A big shout out to, of course, our admins here tonight. Scott Ramler, Jake Bustos. I seen Jake down there. I don't know if Scott has made it in here yet, but a big shout out to Scott and Jake for adminning the Xfinity Series of this season. Shout out to Rick Bell, RB Custom Rigs. You're in the market for a new computer. You want it totally brand new, built from scratch. You just need upgrades. Check out RB Custom Rigs on Facebook at facebook.com/RB Custom Rigs. And send him a message, shoot him a message, and he'll definitely hook you up depending on the products. I'm sure he can get pretty much everything. So a big shout out to Rick Bell for coming on board. Ryan Branshaw, of course, coming on board again, helping me out again tonight. Ryan, as always, we do appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Rick Donathan for putting on an awesome league over here at Extreme. A big shout out to him, and of course a big shout out to all the fans that tune in each and every week. We do appreciate it here, not only for myself and Extreme and the drivers, but of course Max Speed TV as a whole too. So thank you all. It looks like the drivers meeting though is already done here. So let's go ahead and get our pole sitter up here, that number one machine of Jacob Manning. And you know what, Brian, you're gonna get to do the pole sitter interview here tonight. So there he is. Have at it.
Hey, Jacob, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, you've been fast all night tonight. Obviously leading the way in practice and now qualifying on pole tonight. You seem to got this place figured out. Talk about it.
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm just thank you. Well, I mean, I'm thankful to iRacing for, finally making a loose setup. I cannot drive tight. And so I got lucky tonight with this one. But, I mean, Dover's always been my kind of place. It's, I mean, concrete anywhere. I mean, Bristol's the same way. But I figured if there was anywhere I could get a pole or a win or anything, it'd be here at Dover. So I put in a little bit of practice this week, and it felt amazing. So I came into practice, and it felt even better. It was more loose than our team practice. So I just went out there and did my best. I was actually super nervous. I thought David's going to get me there since I didn't run an 8, but I lucked out somehow.
Yeah, and you were extremely close to that 8 with a 22.9.06. But yeah, I can totally understand where you're coming from with those loose setups. But talk about the field tonight. Do you think you can, hold everybody off behind you and just kind of start to run away from everybody, or do you think it'll be a closer race?
From my Dover races in the past, it's always been a tire game. So I'm just gonna save tires as much as I can, and hopefully it'll get to everyone else. I know that it's going to be really tough in practice. We were getting the meatball flag before we could even finish the fuel run because the right front was at 0%. So saving tires is going to be a lot tonight on making runs as long as they can possibly be.
Absolutely. And any shout outs, thank yous you'd like to give out tonight?
Well, everyone that makes this possible, let me get it real quick. R&B Custom Rigs, for sponsoring the series and making the Xfinity Series possible. Exceptional Wildlife Removal being on the hood of the car, Track Racer being on the side, which, by the way, you can use. Code JW Racing for 5% off any purchase. Track Racer, Grip Engineering, JW Racing, and Justin Rideout, Extreme Motorsports, MaxspeedTV, and of course the admins. Just everyone that makes this possible. It's so many people go into it, and so many things go into it. So, thank you to everyone and everyone who's watching.
Absolutely, and hope to see you back up here tonight. And good luck out there.
Thank you.
Good luck, Jacob.
Thank you, Josh.
Yep. All right. We're getting back down there to JW Racing and his teammate. And I do want to pull up. We got plenty of time. Let's go ahead and pull up another driver here. How about we go with the 8 of Rafe Slate here. He's going to be qualifying 14th here tonight. Rafe Slate, bud, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, bud. It looks like you're going to be qualifying 14th here tonight with a 23.066. Looks like you didn't qualify too bad, but not too well either. You're going to be running mid-pack at the start. How do you like Dover, buddy?
I don't know. There's probably a couple words I could use to describe it that I can't say on here.
Yeah. Let's just Please, please don't.
I'm definitely not the biggest Dover fan, but I got a pretty good feeling about tonight. I started to kind of get a grip for the track, and I'm excited to be back in the series run. It's been 3 or 4 weeks. I've been prepping for Nashville in real life, and but I'm excited to be back on here and get to race something I don't get to race every day.
So practicing real life racing at Nashville, like the speedway or the short track?
Mm-hmm. Short track.
Short track. Ah, okay, all right. Well, we got Rafe Slate, everybody here, a real racer. All right, Rafe. Well, what do you think? We know tires, I think, is going to be, a big key here. I mean, this concrete surface is horrible. What do you got to do to manage the tires? I mean, you get a total of 5, 4 in the pits. Is that going to be enough?
I think it'll be enough tire, but with the way this series runs, you don't get a lot of cautions. You get a lot of green flag runs, so managing them is going to be really important. You just want to back up your corner, just roll a little slower, not put as much wheel into it, just not stress out the car.
Yeah, definitely don't want to stress out the car. I don't want to stress out the driver either, that's for sure. That would be a bad thing. Ryan, anything for Rafe Slate here before we let him get back to his team?
Nah, man, just good luck and have fun out there.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Yep, good luck, Rafe. All right, let's get him back down there to Jacob Bell Racing. All right, well, who else you want to interview? We got 6 minutes. Who else do we grab here?
Oh, Blair Patterson.
Blair. Oh, Blair, my buddy Blair. All right, let me see. I think he is in Moroff. Yes, he is. There he is. How about you do the honors? There he is.
Hey, Blair, you got a copy?
Yo, what's going on?
Nothing much. Just Dover tonight. Tell us your thoughts on the track here tonight.
Well, I absolutely love Dover. If you look at qualifying, you'd probably think different because I thought it was like bowling. You wanted a high score, so I set the highest number out there out of everybody.
Gotcha.
Man, I tell you what, this track combination is so hard for me to figure out. I think we talked about this last week at Indy as well. But I mean, if you drive it in really light, trying to save your right front tire, you get loose off because the corners get tight off of 2 and 4. If you drive it in really hard, it feels like the car bottoms out and pushes up the racetrack. It's going to be a lot of fun here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, the drivers before talking about tires. What's your plan for tire strategy here tonight?
I don't know how many sets of tires we get, but I'm going to use all of them, and then I'm going to see if anybody has some that I can borrow. That's my tire strategy.
Okay. Yes. Well,
see if these standby drivers have to give up a set, and like I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll send them a couple of bucks via PayPal or something. I don't know if it works like that, but I'd be doing it.
Hey, yeah. I mean, hey, if I had any set of tires, I'd send them over. But yeah, absolutely. But
and it's a total of 5, by the way.
Total of 5. All right. Yeah. So starting about mid-pack, what's your plan? Are you just gonna take it easy here, or try to get up to the front?
The biggest thing here, starting in the back, like I'm going to be starting, is going to be just heads up, watching for accidents. This thing's going to be really tight early on. Guys coming off the corners, hitting the walls, bouncing back. And the thing is here at Dover, as you guys may remember, if a wreck happens at Dover, there's nowhere to go other than in the wreck. Yep. So it gets really scary really fast. So my biggest game plan is I'm just going to lay back, Try to save tires as much as possible. Try to miss the wrecks as much as possible, and then be there be there at the end. I only have to lead one lap of this 165.
Absolutely, and we hope to see you up here then. But any shout outs, thanks you want to give before we let you go tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to shout out all the admins here, extrememotorsports99.com, everybody on MaxspeedTV for putting this on. Of course, Rick at RB Custom Rigs, South Point Hotel and Casino, and Evan and Emma over at Little Bear Cookie Company.
Awesome. Well, good luck tonight, and like I said, hope to see you back up here at the end.
Look forward to seeing you, buddy.
All right.
Good luck, Blair.
Thanks, boys.
Yep. All right, let's get him back down there to his team. Of course, we've got our poll going on out there in chat now. So there is the poll. Who will win tonight out of these choices? We got the pole sitter, Jacob Manning, out there. We got the dominator, GT Hawkins, standby driver, Justin Rideout. And, of course, you can't forget him, David Weishart. I haven't came up with a nickname for David yet. So there are your 4 choices. Of course, that's just the poll. We're gonna try to do that each and every racetrack, each and every race that I do here. So just something to give the fans something to vote about and have fun. Ron, you can vote, but I can't, unfortunately. So
That's really weird. I put in my vote tonight. I think, yeah, I hope to see everybody voting out there. I mean, we got a lot of votes for GT Hawkins coming in. I think he's got 60% of the vote so far, but yeah.
Yep, that is. All right, we're coming down to a minute 35 here. We already gave our shout outs. We got the team points done. Let me check penalty chart here real quick for, this race from last week. All right, so we're good there. Doesn't look like we need to go over anything. Man, well, yeah, these votes are coming in. Boy, and they are coming in hot and heavy for GT Hawkins. Whoa! Well, 14 watching, 2 likes. Smash the like button, folks. Share it. Get it out there. Social media. I know there's other races going on. I don't really care about those. Let's get people in here to watch this race here tonight at the Monster Mile. Now, another question. Who's going to tame the mile?
Yeah, that's a completely different story. And I mean, like I said, I personally think that Miles Monster is going to have a couple meals here tonight, especially off of 2. That I think 2 feels a lot tighter than coming off 4. So definitely look out for people coming off 2 a little tight and scraping the wall there, because that could cause some trouble.
Well, we also need to make note. I was watching practice, when I got into the lobby, and man, I was seeing a lot of drivers smacking the wall and then getting into one another, flipping, topsy-turvy, helicopter, you name it, they did it. Let's hope we don't see that when we hit green, because if we do, we might not have very many drivers left at the end of the race.
We might be here a while, yeah, because, I mean, once one happens, they're all going to keep coming. It's just,
Yeah.
it's a difficult track, as Blair was saying. I mean, it's difficult to figure out, and yeah, it really does show this, the effort that Jacob put in, because just being honest, he's I don't really see him up pole position much,
Yeah.
but here he is tonight, 22, or up by almost 100th of a second on these guys. So,
Oh, right. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yep, gridding up here. Sorry.
Yeah, we are gridding, so let's get down here to the MaxspeedTV starting grid. Jacob Manning up in the top, 22.907. He'll start us out on pole. Chris Seidenfaden on the outside of him in second. James Bickford third. David Weishart in fourth. Alan Fox fifth. Garrett D. Grant in sixth. Mike Rominger seventh. GT Hawkins in eighth. Michael Thwaites ninth. And Kyle Sieg will round out the top 10. Ryan, just finish us out, bud.
Bryce Senesac in the 09 starting 11th. Jim Duda starting 12th. David Elliott in 13th. Rafe Slate in 14th. 15th is filling up the 15th spot. It's Ryan Goodell. Drew Balseros is in 15th. Yeah, 15th.
16th.
16th. My bad. Yeah. Darren Bruce in 17th. 18th goes to Brian Wasserman. Timothy Zayas in that 2 car, making another appearance in 19th. Blair Patterson will round out our qualified today in 20th position. James Holzer in the 21st position. Ruben Phelps in 22nd. Paul Henley in 23rd. And Justin Rideout will round out the field in 24th.
All right, 24 drivers here for Dover. Not a bad field here. Pretty good size field here for Dover. And no love out there for David Weishart just yet. Well, guess we'll have to wait and see. Let's see if David can pull it out here. Go everybody up.
Yeah.
All right, down into 3 here, folks. I do believe they only get 1 lap here. I don't think they don't get 2. Down in the middle of 3 and 4. Pull those belts tight one more time. It'll be Jacob Manning getting us going. He is on the inside. He can go at any time now, and it looks like he is going to go. The 88 did not go. Oh! Green is out. Buggity, 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 folks. We're racing at the Monster Mile.
And that absolutely killed the outside lane. 3 cars might get past. 2 for sure. 3 will get past that 88 car. He was just sleeping on that restart there. And that'll definitely spread out the field here. It looks like we're all good through turn 2 into turn 3 and 4. First lap, Jacob Manning will lead it by a significant margin.
Yes, he will, boy. I'm watching. They came out of 4. They're already into 1 already. But, boy, that 24 of Garrett D. Grant got up really close to that wall. And I don't like it when drivers do that. But they do it, man, and it scares the Hawkins out of me. Sorry.
I mean, they're right on the edge of it right now, and like I said, that wall comes up fast, and you're not. You gotta react quickly to it too, without upsetting the car. It's just kind of like hope that you don't hit it. Whatever happens from there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, it looks like just a lot of single file going on right now. I don't see really any passing going on. Well, we get back here to Garrett D. Grant in the 24 again. There goes Blair Daddy Patterson to the inside. We got a standby in the 108 of Justin Rideout. Here comes Paul Henley. Here comes the 106 Hot Wheels of Ruben Phelps. Ryan Wasserman going to get around as well. Bull Garrett going to fall all the way back from 6th to 24th. Ouch.
And I'm not sure if he's got a problem with that car or what there, because that's not like Garrett.
No, it's not. Maybe he just seeing something he don't like. You know.
Yeah, we would sure hope it's something like that and not an actual problem with the race car or anything like that.
Well, I'm watching his speed here. Is 160, 71, 70, about 172, 173 into the corner. Like, we're going to go make some passing here. Michael Thwaite's under fire. The 39 of Kyle Seed got around. I was watching up front, James Bickford and Jacob Manning. Them two were going at it for a minute, but they did get it figured out. Now we're back here with the... Okay, so Rafe Slate has the 12 on his car, but he's 8 in the driver bar.
Yeah, I think he told us to refresh his paint there. I see 8 right now.
Okay, well, let me do that here real quick. Okay, yeah, you're gonna see it pop on the screen here, folks. Do apologize, but we're gonna we'll see if we can get that corrected here. All right, so as it continues to update here and keeps going, we're gonna go ahead and watch some battles here, or try to. Ryan Goodell in the 44.
27. Yep.
Yeah, the 27. Right, yep, you're on the same thing I'm on. Wow.
Yes. Same page there. They might go 3 wide here.
Oh no, the 44 going around. Oh, there we go. We got a caution.
Oh, somebody locked him up there. That looked like I think 108 car.
That'd have been Ruben Phelps. All right, well, let's see here. I'm going to be on the 27 of Darren Bruce here. Contact. Did the 44 get loose first? I don't know. 27 goes low. They are side by side. We are under the MaxspeedTV replay. Boy, I went far enough back. All right. Here, 44 comes down. 27 is going down as well, but he's right there. Boy, that was close. That's going to be a call with Jake Bustos. Contact between the 44 and the 27. The 108 is Justin Rideout. My bad. Not Ruben.
Honestly, to me, it just looked like the 44 didn't expect the 27 to be up there so high. And the 27 didn't expect the 3 to be trying to make a move 3 wide on him. So it was just, as soon as I saw that 3 trying to make it 3 wide, I knew something was going to happen there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you had 3 wide at Dover. I mean, it not out of the realm of possibilities.
Yeah, maybe try 5 wide at Daytona and you'll get a better result there.
I don't know. That's still a little scary. Well, do you pit or do you just stay out? I think you got to stay out. This early, I think you got to stay out.
Oh, with only 5 sets of tires, we're not even.
No, we're,
You know.
they haven't even got these things worn in yet.
No, exactly.
Oh, and everybody, we do have a crank it up cam here for Dover. Letting everybody know. I'm not going to pull anybody up just yet. Well, I don't have time to right now anyway. But we'll see if maybe we can get a couple of drivers. If we have more cautions, we'll see if we can get some drivers up here. If not, well, go with the flow here. Ryan, we're double file. It's your turn. Get us going.
Absolutely, and we are in. Let me get into blimp here. Looks like coming out of 2, we have, I think, teammates. Let me look at that real quick. I don't think they're teammates, James Bickford and Jacob Manning, but
No, they're not.
They will make up the front row. The primetime guy in that 73, behind them in Alan Fox, and then Chris Seidenfaden in that 88 rounds out the top 2 rows. The pace car just hanging out here. He's gonna make the left turn. Let's see if the 1 car goes. He's waiting. Oh, he's gonna wait till the green here, it looks like. And there he goes. Another great jump from that 1 car. He's just, oh my goodness, the inside line did not get going. The 73 not getting up through the gears very well. A couple cars had to slide out of the way, and here comes the 88. That's Chris Seidenfaden on the inside of James Bickford. It's gonna get tight out of 2. They're gonna make it.
Oh man, and they're still side by side here. The 25 and the 88. That is for second. GT Hawkins up a couple of spots here. Look, 4 already in 4th. He's coming. The 09 of Bryce Sidisak, Alan Fox, David Weishart's in a bit of a traffic jam of his own. The 73 on the outside of Alan Fox. You got Kyle Sieg on back a little bit further. Michael Thwaites doing a battling of his own with David Elliott. These 2 guys are teammates. Prime time doing it right there together. You got the 2 of Timothy Zayas coming up on them. So, you know, now that the tires have cooled off a little bit, you got to get that heat built back up in them.
Yep, and battle for second here up here. That's Chris Seidenfaden, James Bickford side by side. Down the backstretch, GT Hawkins has been looking inside, but he's going to hold off there. And James Bickford trying to get that run off of turn 4 there, just to try to make it at least a little bit competitive, and got blocking going on as well there.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of blocking between James Bickford trying to keep that 14 behind him, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful doing that. Down into 3, and at 14, he is just trying to get that nose in there, but James doing what he can to keep him behind him. All right, let's check back a little bit further here. See what's going on. Looks like a lot of single file going on back here. Check on the 3 of James Holzer. Running back here to about 21st, trying to get around the 9 of Mike Rominger. And he will do it, make the pass out of 2. Looks like more side by side up ahead of them. Garrett D. Grant and the 53 of Jim Duda.
They seem to work that out. Oh, maybe not. Almost another wreck there between the 24 and the 53. The 24 looks like he got into the left rear quarter panel of the 53. 53 looks extremely loose. The 24 just gets a huge run out of onto the straightaways. But the 53 going to pitch him down there. They're side by side once again. Ruben Phelps was battling for a second there with the 3 car back there, and Garrett D. Grant will finish that pass on the 53.
Up 106, the 3, James Holzer. And of course, right up ahead of them, 24 and 53. Got the 9 of Rominger. They're just trying to do some battling back here. It looks like the 3 right now of Holzer, you really can't draft here at Dover, but you can help maybe give a little bit of a shove out of the corner. You know, make sure you get on that straight first. Don't bump into the corner, because it will not be pretty.
Yeah, I wouldn't even bump here at all. I mean, he's getting right up onto him. He's trying to take the quickest way around whoever falls back. He's trying to get nab that spot off too. Oh, wow, that got tight.
That got tight and really close between James and Ruben back here.
Ruben giving a little extra space there as they go into 3, and that got close too with Goodell and Phelps there again.
Okay, so I do have the official word, Ryan, on that caution. You've got the penalty chart. If you want to go ahead and read that off, that would be fine.
Yeah, let's see here. It looks like 3 with the EOL there. He drove in 3 wide late, and that caused the caution there.
Yes, it did. Yep, that is coming directly from Jake Bustos, our admin. 6 wide at Dega. Well, I mean, it could. I'm not saying it can't. It could. I mean, anything could happen at Dega. On the backstretch, you could probably go 10, 15, 20 wide if you really wanted to.
I mean, hey, you want to try that sometime? I mean,
if you line them up from on the track to all the way on the apron, I mean, go right ahead.
yeah.
Well, Jacob Manning, he is still up front, but look who he's got behind him, the Dominator. I'm calling him the Dominator of the Xfinity Series. That man right there, GT Hawkins.
Yeah, he's on the prowl there. Maybe not trying to burn up his tires with that half a second gap. I think he's just hoping that the 1 will burn up his tires, and he can just slip right by.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, get back here to Drew Ballesteros. There was a battle back here. 42 of David Elliott did get around the 22. That's bringing Timothy Zayas. I think right now these drivers kind of hanging back. You know, you get further back into the field, they're not driving, I don't think, as hard as I think the first. Oh, and I say that, and the 53 smacks the outside wall. I need to just shut up.
Man, I missed that one, but he's going to definitely lose a couple more spots here. He's going to lose 1, 2, Mike Rominger at least. And Paul Henley looking to the inside as they go through 3 and 4. Yeah, he definitely killed. He heard something on that race car. He's going to drop like a rock here.
Every time I say how good they're racing, or every time I say it's been caution-free, yeah, I'm just going to turn it over to Ryan and let him call it. You know, why not?
Hey, we've all seen what happens when I have to call it. Last lap cautions, everything. That's been on me this year.
Oh yeah, it's not pretty either. But hey, that's part of it. You know, you just never know what's going to happen. Well, Alan Fox is going to get around Bryce Sitasak here. That is going to be for 6th. So Alan back a spot from where he started. He started 5th, currently running in 6th, trying to run down James Bickford here. James started 3rd, back in 5th. We still got a long way to go. This is by far not over with. You got the old Saki 77 back here. Looks like the 9 is going to get around him. Here comes Paul Henley to the inside of the 77. That is going to be for that 21st spot. got a few battles going on throughout the field. Not a whole lot, but a few.
I think Brian Wasserman might have a problem. He's been calling out over the radio just to let all these guys by. I'm not sure what that could be, but he's just trying to stick it out in the back, it looks like now, whatever the problem may be.
Oh man, well let's check here. Let's get on a how about we go on a chase view here on Brian Wasserman. Let's check, see if we can see any damage on that machine. Not seeing no damage. He is coming to the inside of the 108 now. He did make the pass. I'm not seeing no damage on the 77, so I'm not exactly sure, well, what's going on now. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it could be.
Maybe just not comfortable up with the drivers up there. I know Justin Rideout, he had just slapped the wall the lap prior.
Oh.
He's got some significant right side damage, just like Jim Duda had. He might fall back into the clutches of Jim Duda there. Yeah, they're both. He's starting to fall off there, as well as Jim Duda. He's starting to become more and more out of touch with the field.
Yeah, I'm looking on the right side here, that right front of the 108 of Justin Rideout, and you can definitely see the wall burn there. On that 108, that right side a little bit crunched in there. You know, the good thing about on some tracks, while these two, Rideout and the 77, are going back and forth here, the good thing about on some tracks, when you smack the wall, it helps you steer better. You might lose a little bit of straightaway speed, but you gain it in the turns. Dover...
Got it. Nope. Got into the wall a little bit there on the front stretch there.
Who was that?
Rideout again.
Rideout's riding it out right now, riding it out on that outside wall.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Justin. Yeah, that 77 car is pretty. All right, well, now we're starting to get a little bit more spread out, but let's get up here to Garrett D. Grant. It looks like going around James Bickford here. That is going to be for 5th. Top 5 right now for Garrett D. Grant. Garrett Grant. It's Garrett D. Grant, the driver bar, but Garrett Grant. Jacob Manning has got almost a second lead. Well, a second lead now over GT Hawkins. Back to 3rd at about 2 seconds is going to be David Weishart. Chris Seidenfaden, his teammate, one of his teammates, right there in 4th, right behind him. And Garrett D. Grant, and Garrett is a Northern Capital Samson driver, and he is right there sitting in 5th. So you look at it here, 3, 4, and 5 is Samson Motorsports.
Yeah, just another solid run for those guys. Obviously, we got GT Motorsports. They got GT Hawkins up front. I think the next driver I recognize from that squad is Darren Bruce sitting in 14th. I don't know who else would be. Have to check the team points there, but
you can always go down to the GTM and see. We got GT Hawkins. You got Garrett Heath, but Garrett Heath is not racing, I don't believe. No, he is not.
Timothy Zayas as well.
Zayas
is in.
Yeah, Timothy Zayas and Darren Bruce.
Yes. But, you know, those guys are all spread out, and we got the JW Racing guys all spread out. Prime Time's pretty spread out as well, because Alan Fox leads the way for them, followed by his teammate Bryce Senesac, and then it goes David Elliott in the 10th position, and then just from there, it kind of falls off. But
yeah, getting spread out here, you know, it is typical Dover.
Yeah. But kudos to the Samson guys. Keep it extremely consistent up there. Like you said, 3, 4, and 5.
Watching some battling here. Looks like Bryce Senesac going to fall back behind Rafe Slate. Boy, Rafe, he might have saved a little bit of some tires here. He's making a little bit of moves. Up to 9th now.
I'm surprised we haven't gone in for pit stops, because 165 divided by 5 sets of tires, that'd give us pit stops at every 33 laps, so 33, 66, 99, so on and so forth. But yeah, we're sitting at lap 41, and I don't think anybody's gone down to get tires.
Let me see here. Well, we might have had somebody. Garrett D. Grant might have taken a set at a 14.4 second stop. I'm not sure. He could have. Ryan Goodell with a 41.8. That could have been either a speeding penalty or getting damage fixed. We've got also Mike Rominger with a 36.5. Probably damage. Right behind him, Paul Henley at about a 6.7. Going all the way back to Jim Duda running back here in 24th after starting 12th. His pit stop was a 28.1. Now we got Rideout coming down pit road. Maybe we're seeing some early pit stops because of the tires.
Could be, and like I said, I'm surprised we haven't seen more yet. I mean, just evenly distributing those tires tonight would be definitely be a good strategy call. We see Wasserman on the pit road as well.
Yep, Wasserman coming down. Well, it looks like one car at a time coming down. That's a good thing. Plenty of room to get down there on the apron and get it to pit road. The problem is, and I seen it last night, and I even said it, and I'm going to say it again here tonight. When green flag pit stops start rolling around and then it gets going, that's where you got to worry about a caution. I said that last night, and guess what happened?
Caution.
Caution, yes. I'm going to say it again tonight, but I hope these guys take it easy. Because it's not easy coming down pit road at Dover.
Absolutely not. And it's just a very awkward pit road with that. It's just it looks like a normal pit road entry, but it's just awkward to get onto, especially going from, how many degrees of banking and constantly banked track for that matter, since these straightaways are banked as well.
Yeah.
But,
all right. Garrett D. Grant, as we were talking, there. Garrett D. Grant did get around his teammate of David Weishart, so Grant is up to third. Now I want to see here if we've got that number issue fixed. Where is Rafe? There he is. All right, I got it. It's fixed now. All right, so we got it correct now.
Yes.
Right. Bryce Sinisak looks like going to fall back a spot to Darren Bruce. Bryce Sinisak, prime time. Darren Bruce, GTM. I can see Hawkins, he's coming. Well, yes and no. I mean, he's 1.5 seconds back behind Jacob Manning. I don't know if he's going to be able to get up to him. Now, if Jacob pits, I would assume GT would stay out. Depending on when Jacob comes down, of course.
It's also all dependent on, will short pitting work on this track? I mean, I can't.
Paul Henley having some issues here. No caution. Was he trying to come down pit road? Now let's get a MaxspeedTV replay on this and see kind of what happened to Paul Henley. And there's no caution. I just don't know what happened. And his speed was like way down.
Yeah, it looks like he just missed pit road pretty much.
All right, well, he's got, on the replay here, we're looking at the 108 there going to the inside. Paul Henley, was trying to get it slowed down and just could not get it woed down enough. Now he's on pit road, as well as Kyle Sieg. Kyle's coming down.
Man, and Jacob Manning just running away from GT Hawkins. I mean, he's almost got the gap up to 2 seconds, and this is on old tires.
Yes, it is. A lot of drivers in the back coming down pit road. Kyle Sieg is going to slide into his pit stall. Paul Henley is going to be coming back onto the racing surface here momentarily. Up lap 53. Ah, we're just spread out now. I mean, we gotta watch pit stops. I think right now is what we've got to watch. What do you think?
Yes, and that'll kind of shape how strategy goes for the rest of this race. So will they be able to make it on 2 stops or less? Maybe. I mean, with these tires, I don't know, but it looks like GT is radioing to come down pit road here. Or maybe not. He was just letting the 77 by, who's on fresh tires.
All right, so the 77 is going to get around. Now the 77 is Brian Wasserman. He is 4 laps down. This track is short, though. I mean, it's only a mile long. You know, once it cycles through, he stays out. He could get a couple of laps back the old-fashioned way. However, he's going to be on older tires. And then those other drivers are going to be on new tires. You know, they're gonna run him down.
Yeah,
but that's
exactly.
the strategy call. I mean, you got different strategies out here, so this is going to be interesting. I know from the rumors that I've heard, and I think these were just rumors. They wanted to repave. Okay, let me get back to that here because we got Ryan Goodell coming down, Jim Duda coming down pit road as we speak. They wanted to repave Dover with asphalt.
Really?
Yeah, that from what I've read, and just take that with a grain of salt, because I don't know if it was true or not, but that's just what I've read and heard. Chris Seidenfaden down, Alan Fox down, Bryce Sidisak down. Boy, it's busy. Timothy Zayas down. We got some drivers coming down pit road. I like Dover as a concrete. I don't think I would want another lady in black type of race. You know, like Darlington. No. Keep Dover the way it is.
Yeah, and that's what makes Dover. It's that big concrete bowl in the middle of Delaware. I mean, there's parts of there's only so many concrete tracks, you know. You got the section on the bottom at Martinsville, and that's really all I can think of.
David Weishart down, James Bickford waits. All right, here we go. We got David Elliott coming down too. Go ahead. Oh, David missed it. Oh no.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Yes.
David for sure.
Yeah, David Elliott in the 42. Ouch.
I think these leaders are trying to make it to lap 66, so we might see pit stops up there in about 5 laps, just so they can split it in 2 and have a quicker run at the end of the.
Oh, Rafe Slade, not to interrupt you there, Ryan, but Rafe Slade almost missed it. He almost hit the barrels. He's coming down pit road. Drew Ballesteros and Darren Bruce and David Elliott now. Oh, here comes Jacob. Go ahead.
Now when does GT pit? That's the thing. I think, like you said, he's going to stay out, and then we're going to go from there and see how many laps he will stay out.
Hey, Jacob. Sorry, GT. GT running the high side. Going to allow a few drivers, the 88, to get around. I just seen smoke from somewhere.
What part of the track?
Oh, we're gonna get some 3 wide action. Oh, GT's coming down now. I want to say it was on the back stretch. You know, in between, of course, 2 and 3, maybe going into 3. I seen some smoke, but doesn't look like anything major. No caution. Garrett D. Grant up front. GT down pit road, Mike Rominger down pit road, James Holzer down pit road. Got 2 drivers right now on the lead lap. That's Garrett and GT. That's it. Gotta wait for everything to cycle back through.
Yep. Whoa, and a big moment there for the 24 car. He got loose just as Rafe was going around him.
Yep, Rafe Slate. Now, Garrett D. Grant has not pitted. He's been out here 54. Yeah, there he comes. All right, once everything cycles back through, it's going to be Jacob Manning up front with David Weishart in second, Chris Seidenfaden third, Alan Fox fourth, and James Bickford in fifth. But they got to get around Garrett D. Grant here as he is on pit road as we speak. Well, they also got to come back around the track too, so because they were all a lap down.
Yeah.
I think Jacob Manning, was that Jacob Manning? Yeah, I think Jacob Manning would have probably loved to see a caution when, even though, because Garrett came down pit road, or well, it would have affected Garrett. It wouldn't have affected Jacob. I don't know how that works. Sometimes iRacing's confusing.
I mean, I think it would have helped Garrett from possibly going a lap down. He'd be able to pit under caution.
True.
But I don't think anybody else would have. Jacob Manning up to a 2-second lead now over the rest of the field. And GT Hawkins 7 seconds back. Did something go wrong on his pit stop? Did he have an abnormally long pit stop or something? Or just...
14.8. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's A-okay. I'm not sure. I mean, he did come out. Looks like he's currently running in 6th. Looking at the poll here again. Looks like boy, the GT 73%. Wow. Well, 82.5 laps is going to be our halfway mark. Of course, at the halfway mark, so 86.5. Or did I say 86 or 82? I think I said 82. 82. So 83 laps. When they take 83, lap 83, the poll will close. So, of course, get your votes in here tonight. We're going to be coming to that here in about 13 laps. And 8:35 Central, 9:35 Eastern. Oh, Henley. Man, Paul falling back. Michael Thwaites made the pass on him. All right, well, we're just kind of watching it here. Not really a whole lot at the moment going on. I mean, are you seeing anything? Well, I see Bryce Sidisak in the really. 22 of Drew. Drew getting around Bryce Sidisak for 10th. Darren Bruce, ODB as I like to call him, he's right there, as well as David Elliott. So we'll sit and watch this.
Interesting.
Yeah, they will sit and watch this group here. Kyle Sieg. You got to fall back to the aid of Rafe Slate.
Oh, Rafe. And Bryce just overdrove that corner. He's going to go way up high.
David Weishart in second. Of course, Jacob up in the lead. Now, Jacob will not come out with all the laps led. But once we get to the halfway mark, I think that'll, of course, mark it for him leading most of the laps. Just got to get.
I think that's an extra point.
Yeah. Leading all the laps is a bonus point. Qualifying in the top 12 is a bonus point. Having 0 incidents the whole race is 2 bonus points.
What was that second one?
The second one. You got lead most of the laps. You've got qualifying in the top 12. It used to be just qualifying in general, but they reduced it to top 12 only. You get a bonus point. And then, of course, 0 incidents is you get 2 bonus points.
Gotcha. well, with how it stands, that could definitely propel
Yeah, definitely.
Jacob into the chase. 4 extra bonus points on top of a win. I don't want to jinx it now, but that would definitely propel him into that top 12.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, buddy. Oh, wow, that's getting a little bit frisky right here. 77 of Brian Wasserman was in the mix here with the 27 of Darren Bruce, James Holzer, David Elliott, and Kyle Sieg. Now the 77, however, is 2 laps down. But, you know, hey, I mean, this might not be the race he wanted, but he's still out here chugging it. And no pun intended. Dennis Hansman, my old buddy Dennis. I see you, Dennis. I know you're out there. You've been chatting it up. Now, he might have, I don't know. He's up to 4th now. He's talking about GT Hawkins, Ryan. He's coming. I mean, he's coming up now on the 88 of Chris Seidenfaden. That's going to be for 3rd. Man, I don't know. I mean, he's burning his stuff up right now.
Yeah. And he's still got a 5-second gap to our leader, GT, or excuse me, Jacob. I'm used to saying GT in the lead, but
yeah, I know, aren't we all?
I mean, I think they're running pretty similar lap times. That was a 24 flat for GT, and Jacob actually ran a 23.9. So
Jacob is a little bit faster.
He's just a little bit faster.
Well, not on that lap. GT was faster on that lap. We'll check this lap coming up. This lap will be for Jacob Manning, a 24.065.082, excuse me. And GT a 24.091. So
they're about the same pace.
They're really close, yes.
I don't think either of them are gaining, or I don't think either of them are gaining on each other. So
they gain a little bit, but lose it the next time. Gain a little bit, lose it the next. You know, back and forth.
Now David Weishart, on the other hand, he's 0.3 down on Jacobs and GT's pace. So
yeah,
I expect him to be falling back from Jacob and into the clutches of GT here in a couple seconds.
Well, he is, let's see here. GT is right there in 3rd now. So David Weishart there in 2nd. We're looking at right behind GT. He's behind David at about 2.1 seconds. Let's go ahead and battle for position here, because that's going to be 2nd and 3rd. Oh, 2nd and 3rd here. David Weishart and GT. Of course, we're on GT here. We do have a battle here again. Back here, Rafe Slate and company. Rafe Slate in 11th. Darren Bruce right up ahead of him in 10th. And Drew Ballesteros in the 22. Right there in 9th. I'm just not really seeing much.
Yeah, I think Jacob's getting past some of those lap cars there. He's coming up on a Brian Wasserman now. I just don't see really anybody. I think that just that big pack of Drew, Darren, Rafe, and David.
Oh, that's not the only thing going on.
Yeah, as David goes to the inside of Rafe there.
Yeah, and the 20s. Yep, 27 is going to go to the inside of the 22. So got a couple of side-by-sides going on back here. And don't forget, back here, the 24 of Garrett D. Grant. He's right here with him. I mean, he can pounce.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, well, let's close the poll here. Kind of went a little bit over on that, but we were kind of more concentrated on the race, so. And And there's the pole. Dominator GT, 75%. Wow. Well, we'll see what happens.
There's still a chance out there. I mean, he's actually 6 seconds back on Jacob Manning as I say that. So I don't know. Who knows? But with this race still with I think on about 80 to go here, anything can really happen.
Yeah, we're looking at about, well, less than 80 actually, 76. So you were close. You've had one caution for 3 laps, 76 to go. 5 lead changes. Well, now 75 to go. And 5 lead changes. So not a bad race here. And spread out, of course. But Jacob Manning is going to be coming up on the 9 of Mike Rominger and the 39 of Kyle Sieg. These two drivers are on the lead lap. I think Jacob, man, he's wanting to get... What he's wanting to do probably is lap everybody he can, and I'm sure he would love to lap everybody, including David Weishart there in second.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it looks like Jacob in the 9 going to do some battling here. The 9 of Mike Rominger. Mike is going to go a lap down as our leader. Jacob Manning did get around. Now we have 14 drivers on the lead lap. The 09 of Bryce Setisak is the last driver on the lead lap in 14th. You know, we got another round of a Dover tomorrow night for the Rick Motec Cup Series. The top dogs, I like to call them. The only way to get into the Cup is to be invited to the Cup within the league. That's one of the only ways. One of the only ways.
Well, I think it is usually the only way.
Yeah. You know, you could be put in by your team, but you also have to be, you know, it also has to be approved as well. So
yes.
And, you know, if you work your way up as an independent, that's where that invite comes in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we'll see what happens. Of course, in the Rick Motec Cup Series, there are no standbys. I believe there is development, but that's it.
Yeah.
And they're going to be coming around the 91 here, this group, Darren Bruce and company. And we've got, well, a quick 3 wide there. But Darren...
2x2.
Yeah, 2x2 now, yes. As the 24 of Garrett D. Grant gets around the 27.
Oh, we got tight off the corner.
Door to door. You're seeing that too, ain't you?
Yeah. Phew. How about this? James Holzer, one of our standby drivers tonight, running in the 8th position. How about that?
Oh, right there in the 3. Now, he is in the 3. I'm used to triple-digit numbers for standbys.
Yeah.
But he is a standby. He is running in the 3, like you said, Ryan. And, yeah, hey, he started 21st. Right now, a top 10 for him in 8th. Man, that's amazing.
Even with the EO, to add to that, he
yes,
had an EOL earlier in the race, so he was in dead last, and now he's worked his way back up to 8th, passing 16 cars.
Yeah, man, oh man, yeah, he's having a good run for sure. Well, let's go ahead and go through the field here, Ryan. Let's start up with, well, the 1 of Jacob Manning. You know, 4.5 seconds, 4.6 seconds here pretty quickly ahead of David Weishart there in second. Jacob started on pole, and really, he hasn't looked back. David Weishart started in 4th. He is in 2nd, coming around the 2 of, that is going to be Timothy Zayas, not for position. GT Hawkins started in 8th. He is in 3rd. Chris Seidenfaden started 2nd, the outside of pole. He is in 4th. And James Bickford started in 3rd. He is in 5th. Keep going if you want to.
Oh,
Got nothing else to talk about.
we got Alan Fox in 6th. He started in 5th. He's 1 down from where he started, but Ryan Goodell, involved in the first accident, he's back up to 7th place as he scrapes the wall there a little bit. James Holzer, as we just met talking about, he's one of our standby drivers. He started in 21st. And then we got Drew in 9th. A good run for Drew. Good to see him up in the top 10, as well as Garrett D. Grant, who dropped to the back at first and has worked his way back up to the top 10.
All right, yep. And then we've, of course, got David Elliott, started 13th and 11th. Darren Bruce started 17th and 12th. Rafe Slate started 14th and 13th, kind of riding, kind of where he started. Bryce Sidisak started 11th and 14th. Mike Rominger, now Bryce is 1 lap down. Mike Rominger is 1 lap down as well, but he started 7th, he's 15th, and that, Mike not having a very good race here. And of course, you go through it here. Timothy Zaya started 19th and 16th. Michael Thwaite started 9th and 17th. Got Ruben Phelps started 22nd and 18th. Now, that's the last of the drivers that are 1 lap down. Blair is 2 laps down, started in 20th and 19th. Jim Duda, 2 laps down, started in 12th and 20th. And Kyle Sieg started in 10th. He's back in 21st, 2 laps down here. Justin Rideout started 24th and 22nd, 3 laps down. And Brian Wasserman is 5 laps down, started 18th and 23rd. And we lost a driver. Paul Henley has taken it behind the wall. And what you want to see.
Yeah,
Hate it when drivers have to take it behind the wall, Ryan. Hate it.
Yeah. And he made it to lap 79. It looked like big damage on the right side of that car. I think he just had to call it at that point. He was too upset with the race car and just brought it behind the wall.
All right, so Jacob Manning, this time by, well, the next time by, we're on the backstretch now. Next time by, he'll be on a stint here of 45 laps. They are, I believe, going to have to come down at least 1 more time. At least.
Yes, at the very least. Well, they made it about 60 laps before. I expect them to start coming down around lap 110, actually. That's in about 4 laps here as they come around turn 3 and 4. It'll be 3 laps. But that got tight between Manning and Slate there.
Yeah. All right, now
Jacob's
Rafe.
not too happy about that over the radio.
Who was it?
Jacob Manning, Rafe Slate.
Well, who wasn't too happy?
Jacob wasn't too happy with,
Jacob. Oh, I see
Rafe.
smoke. Okay, Jim Duda. He locked it up, and he's coming down pit road.
But I expect some of these drivers to start coming down in the next few laps.
Glad
leaders to come down and
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
125. When I'd expect them, and they could probably make it to the end from there.
55, 35, 45, 55, 65. That'll be about 40 laps. So, I mean, yeah, it's in the realm. And they're going to have sets. They're going to have tires left.
Yes.
So, I believe probably they get a total of 5. They get 4 in the pits. They've already taken at least 1, maybe 2. So some have 2 left, some have 3. Man, it's gonna come down to track position and tires.
And I think
and who's on the lead lap?
yes, and that's not very many cars. 12 cars on the lead lap.
12
David Elliott
cars
on the top.
right now, yes. And David Elliott is that last car on the lead lap, and guess who's behind him?
On the prowl here is that one car, Jacob Manning. He's about, I'd say, 5 car lengths behind the 42. And close and quick. David, I think he's just going to throw in the towel there and let him have the position. Jacob's pace is just absolutely insane tonight.
Yeah, that 42. I am live, and I don't know if he got it before me or something, but yeah, he threw in the towel. He said, go around. So, yep, David Elliott is going to fall back a lap down. Now the one is going to be gunning for DB, Darren Bruce. I call him DB for short. Don't ask.
DB.
DB. Yep, Darren Bruce.
TV.
Yeah.
Have to call you JM then.
I've been called that. I've been called Medlock. Yeah. Whoa, we got pit stops. Alan Fox, Ron Goodell, David Elliott, Rafe Slate, Michael Thwaites in his pit stall. Timothy Zayas also in his pit stall. Ooh. Chris Seidenfaden now coming down. Oh! Oh, no!
Oh, and big deal here.
Oh,
Jacob
what happened?
Manning
Where was that at?
Jacob Manning was in it.
Oh, no!
Darren Bruce was in it.
All right, our leader involved in this. Now the 27 is going to be right up ahead of him. We got Jacob Manning, our leader. He's led 108 laps. Oh, that looked like some major net coding here. Now, I'm just, this is just my perspective, but I'm going to go ahead and pause it there, and I'm going to get on a chase view here. You know, we see Jacob there going low. So let's rewind this a little bit further. Come out of the corner here, kind of see what happened here. So coming out of the corner, 27 goes high, 20, or the 1 goes low. And, oh man, was there contact there, or was that net coding?
I think he jerked the car to the bottom real quick, had to save it, came back up into the 27, got him loose, and just 27 went around.
Well, I'm looking at it here now. I've got a little gap, and I got a little wobble there from the 27, and you know, this is why I'm not an admin, because I see a gap. So I would you know, officially me, and this is just me, I would call that net code. That's what I would call it. But that's just me. However, we see that right there. There's the contact there when the 27, you know, and well, when the 27 starts to go around and the 1 gets into him, man, this is going to be a tough call for the admin. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that 27 hits that outside wall hard. Ouch.
Yes.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. Well.
Nobody's at fault, it looks like. They're putting it in now.
Yep, looking at it here.
Net code.
Is that what they're ruling it?
I'm going to assume so, since nobody's...
Yep.
They said
net code, gap between cars. So, I mean, that like I said, that's what I would rule it as, because it started with that. And there's that gap. And, I hate net code. Oh, I hate it.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, it could have been avoided to some degree, but I know
but I mean, I don't think you could really avoid that. I mean, once it happened, it happened. You know, back off, give it a spot. Now I know the 27 of Darren Bruce was trying to, you know, save his position. I mean, he has that right to not go a lap down.
You know what, I think I don't think Darren was trying to just keep his position. I think Jacob just brought the car low too quickly, and it started going around on him, and he had to bring it back up real quick. I mean, that's possible to do with these cars. If you pull out too quick, they want to pull all the way down to the bottom, especially with this banking on the backstretch. But Jacob just looked like he had to save it. That's why he went up so far and almost got into the rear end there.
Yeah, just really quickly. There's that net code, you know, because it didn't really update. All right, so Jacob Manning is officially going to be up front. Now, I am seeing Jacob Manning with no front bumper.
Yep,
some metal. Here. Okay, so you're seeing the same thing then. Well, this is going to stack up the field again. Wow. I honestly didn't expect it. I didn't. I expected it to stay green, and unfortunately it didn't. You know.
I don't know. We'll just have to see what Jacob can do with this torn up race car. It didn't look like too hard of a hit. I mean, especially for what could have happened. He got on the brakes pretty well there and just, you know, did his thing there. But we're going green here.
Yes, we are. I'll go ahead and get them started here. Oh, no, you get them started. Go ahead.
Well, Jacob Manning with no front bumper is going to lead us to the green. Outside of him, David Weishart and GT Hawkins behind as the pace car pulls off here. Jacob's going to wait. He's going to need every advantage he can, and he goes now. A big jump out front, but not as well as the other ones in the field's just going to pull him right in. That's going to give the advantage to Weishart here. It's getting tight in the back there between the 24 and the 25 back there. Contact. One is definitely down on power here.
Yes, he is.
Hawkins.
Oh, man.
The lead there. Man.
That's man, Jacob. He just...
Man.
He is just getting ate up right now. That man, tough. Well, he's gonna. Oh, there's a quick caution here.
Car around. I think.
Oh, Darren Bruce.
Yep.
All right, check it out. See what happened?
Try to find him there. If there is.
Darren Bruce was. Darren and Jacob was involved in this last one, so. We'll see what happened to Darren Bruce here. Was there contact? Ooh. Did he lose it?
Big contact.
Big contact. Oh. Okay, well, let's get a chase view here. Look at it from my perspective. All right, anybody else's? This is mine. And, well, man, that's a little close.
More net
but,
code.
it could be a little bit of net code too, but, man, I don't know. The 73, he was right there too, and he was going to the inside. Darren was, trying to go down as well, and yeah, that could definitely be net code as well there too. We'll see here what Jake decides. Man, Jake, right now he's got a tough job. I would hate to be in his shoes. I really would. All right, well, not seeing anything just yet, but
over the radio it sounds like the 73 isn't too happy about it. So
73, that would be Alan Fox. All right, not entirely sure.
That's just from the radio.
All right. We'll see here what the admin's call. We've got GT Hawkins up front. Not much of a surprise, but a little bit. He is up there, and really, David Weishart, when you see GT, just look no further back because you're going to see that 33 there, too, of David Weishart. I got to say, these two guys right here, they have just been all season long gunning for one another, whether it be for first, whether it be for second, or whether it be in the back. They've been right there together at some point or another.
Yes. Yep. I think that's kind of gonna be the run for the championship here. Guess what? They sit 1-2 in points. 62 back is David Weishart, obviously not with as many top 10s and top 5s as GT, but I mean, GT has finished in the top 10 all 8 races, and David Weishart only 6 of his 7 starts.
All right, well, coming down the pipeline here from Jake Bustos, our head admin here tonight, since he's the only one down there. A lap 119, this last caution. The 73 will be at fault. Contact with the 27. 73, his first EOL here. We've got 10 drivers on the lead lap. Garrett D. Grant is our last driver. He's coming off pit road here. But he is our last driver on the lead lap.
And I hate to be a Debbie Downer here, but if it goes green, Jacob Manning won't be far behind on that the lap down chopping block, if you would. That car is beat up, and I'm surprised he hasn't gone down pit road to try to maybe get some damage fixed, if there is any to fix.
Well, here in the
But-
South, we use duct tape. Just duct tape it together, you know?
Yeah, I know. iRacing needs to put that in the game.
Ah, man, I'd love to see it. Duct tape it.
Duct tape.
You know, I'd like to see something in iRacing. I know it's more of a video game, but you know that game Car Mechanic, you know, where you can build and everything?
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
I'd love to see something in iRacing to put in, maybe not for leagues, but maybe for fun. You know, you go in, you race. If you wreck, you go take it to the garage, you rebuild it. You know, just something for fun. I know that's not part of it. I mean, this is simulation. This is real life, so to speak. So don't make it part of iRacing per se, but make it part of iRacing. You know, give everybody something to do, especially in downtime, you know.
I'd love to actually take it to the garage instead of pressing the escape button.
Ah, I got you. Well, that'd be cool too. All right, Ryan. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you. But, well, no, I'll go ahead and get us going. Pace car's off. GT, well, he didn't waste no time. He's going to be on the loud pedal. We're coming to lap 125 here tonight. Here we go, folks. Green flag back out into the air. And it's not, I don't think the battling is done. I think maybe some short track tempers
into the
might be
wall.
flaring. And
Drew. The 22 car.
Drew.
22 Drew.
Drew Blasteros in the 22.
And Jacob Manning back here as well.
Yeah, he's
It's
going to get,
hold.
man, he is getting killed right now. Oh.
He's trying. I mean, can't fault him for that, but man, he's gonna be going down a lap in a couple 5 or 10 laps here.
Yeah, well, I mean, the leaders, of course, have got to get back up to him, but he is falling all the way back to 8th. Now 9th, as Garrett D. Grant is going to look to the inside. The one's going to stay to the high side. Right behind Garrett D. Grant, going to be the 106. No, that's going to be... No, that's going to be the 108 of Justin Wright. Now we're getting, I mean, well, Ruben is the last driver on the lead lap. Jacob Manning is in 9th, and I think Ruben is even probably going to end up passing him before everything's said and done. And
with the lucky dog there.
Oh, golly. Here we go. Our first 3 wide here. Oh, that didn't last but a second. That 9 of Mike
Ryan
Rominger.
Goodell into the wall.
Oh, one into the wall. Who was that?
Ryan Goodell.
Ryan Goodell. Oh,
Just
that's
to add
who,
insult to injury.
that's who I'm on, actually, is Ryan Goodell.
Yeah. He's under fire by Rafe Slate. This is going to be an intense battle for that lucky dog position. If anybody,
Rafe.
there is a caution in the next few laps.
A lap 135 will put us at 30 to go.
Oh, around goes Ryan. He's sideways. He's
Oh,
sideways.
this is going to be the big one at Dover. The big one at Dover. Here we go, folks. The monster has struck.
He's eating about 5 cars there. Oh, big hit there. Alan Fox and Mike Rominger teammates into each other there.
Oh.
Wow.
That where it started?
It started with Rafe getting into the back of the 44.
All right, so let's go ahead and get here where all this the mile has struck the monster. Well, he pulled it out. Oh, right there, I believe.
Jeez.
Oh, did Rafe get into the 44? I
Yes.
think he
Yep.
did. Yeah, I
That's what
think
got
he
him
did
sideways.
too.
Ryan was dirt tracking it, and then it snapped back. I don't know.
Well, if he started to spin first, then that might be on the 44. However, we'll look at it.
No.
Oh no, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking at Rafe Slate here. Boy, he just came that right front to the left or rear, right front of Rafe to the left rear of the 44. Boy, he just plopped him there, and well, that sent that 44, kind of a loose here, and Well, here we go. Right up, and man, it's not pretty here. We've got several drivers involved. The 42 gonna just head-on collision with the 8. Looks like the 73, the 12, 44. It looks like the 1 did get around. Oh my gosh, 53. There's the 9.
Man, yeah, 73 pulls right out in front of his teammate. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Well, we didn't want the big one, but there's a big one. A monster has 8 its victims. Brian Wasserman has taken his car behind the wall. He'll finish back in 23rd. That'll be official. 23rd, 24th will be Brian and Paul here. Now we've got some drivers coming down. Looks like Garrett D. Grant staying out. It looks like the 42, David Elliott. Now I think David is going to be our lucky dog, I believe. Or did our lucky dog already get the pass? Brian?
Oh, sorry, yeah. Something happened there.
Uh-oh.
I think my internet messed up a little bit there.
Yeah, that's
What's
not
up?
good. Okay, so David Elliott is a lap down. Now, our lucky dog did not get... Who is our... Well, hang on a minute. Let me see here. Let's take a look.
I think all the contenders were involved in that one.
They lap 129. The pass caution here at fault will be the 8 of Rafe Slate. Contact with a 44. We seen that hammer down there. I don't think Rafe meant to do it, but
no.
you know that is part of it. You know, but man, Rafe is on pit road. And boy, Rafe has got some heavy damage too. Man, oh man.
Oh, under green here is looks like Garrett's gonna choose the outside there.
That's a little different. Here it is, our leader. And go ahead and get us going, bud.
All right, GT Hawkins on the inside, Garrett D. Grant on the outside. I think, because his teammate, David Weishart, is right behind him. So,
Yeah, 24 and 33 are teammates, yes.
yes. And, but behind GT is James Bixford. How about that 3-car once again? 5th spot as he blinks out. Uh-oh. Oh, he's back. James Holzer having some internet connection issues. But we are coming back to green here. The 24 car holding on the outside as the pace car will make the hard left turn onto pit road. Garrett waiting, and now he's gone. Oh, all 3 of those Northern Capital guys knew what was going on there.
Yes.
They all hit the loud pedal at the same time.
Yes, they
Weishart
did.
is going to slot himself right behind. Garrett Grant is going to fall back huge there. David Weishart to the lead. GT Hawkins had to get out of the gas. He was going to hit the wall there.
Oh, we got some blocking back here. Now, ATVO's being rather slow right now, and I don't understand why.
Something about a black flag for the 33 car maybe for passing.
Oh,
under yellow.
David
That'd be huge.
Weishart.
Our leader with the black flag there as he gets him cleared there. But Kyle Sieg, Rafe Slate, both taking their cars behind the wall here. James Holzer, talk about him. He's up to the 4th place, trying to make some moves on James Bickford here, holding it in the 3rd. Just trying to set it up here through one of these quarters, and behind them, Drew Balseros He's gonna get by that 24 car with major damage. He's gonna keep falling back as well. Bryce Denisat goes to the inside of the 22. He's gonna think better of it. Yeah, he's gonna think better of it. There, Drew's gonna have an awkward line through 3 and 4.
All right. Well, I'm back
up
here. ATVO having some. It's kind of freezing on me for some reason. I don't get it. So I'm trying to keep up with what you're saying, Ryan. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, I thought he's still here.
Yeah, I'm here. Again, I was muted in TeamSpeak as well. I don't know why, but I was. But yeah, David up front, GT, James. We got a battle of the Jameses. The 3, or the 25 and the 3. That's the battle of the Jameses.
It looks like Bickford's going to win that battle for now, extending his lead about a tenth.
$16 watching, 7 likes, 3 shy from 10 here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in here on MaxspeedTV for the RB Custom Rigs Xfinity Series. Round 9 here at the Monster, and boy, it has been a monster.
Yeah, just a second ago with that huge accident, taking out multiple Lucky Dog contestants there. But man, David Weishart could steal this one from GT Hawkins. He's got a 3/10 lead. It's just all about these last 20 laps here, or coming up on 20 laps. About, I think, 23 it's looking like to go.
We just took lap 143, so here in about, once they take lap 146, then yeah, it will be 20 to go, yeah. We're 3 away from that. It's getting close. Really close. And it's about to get a little more extreme here tonight too, folks.
I wouldn't be surprised if we had another accident just like we had a couple laps ago.
Hush.
Hey, rather say it than not, because, you know, if I didn't say it, there would be one.
True. But hush. Oh, I got to pick on you, right? Don't jinx it.
Yes, there will not be another caution.
Yeah, you just jinxed it like you said. Yeah, you just jinxed it. All right, well, let's see here. Timothy Zayas, like Jacob, man. I want to cry. We're at 20 to go here tonight, and I want to cry for Jacob. I mean, he was the dominant car here tonight, and no doubt about it. That number 1 was the dominant car. And
big car to beat, yes.
Yeah, man, I want to cry.
Yeah.
I mean, that hurts, and I'm sure he is none too happy either.
Yeah, I can just tell by the way he's talking on the radio. He's just not. He's not happy at all, and I can't expect him to be.
Yeah, let's just keep it PG. We don't want to know exactly what he's saying, but you know.
Yeah.
Man, I hate it. I really do. Well, he is the last driver on the lead lap, so let's see. All right, let me hack up a lung. Ryan, take over here real quick, bud.
Well, David Weishart, that gap I was talking about, yeah, well, that's gone. Down to 1/10 of a second, separating our 2 leaders, and it's GT. GT got loose.
Yeah, I just seen that. What's going on with the 14 butt kicker?
Might have gotten into the wall.
Oh, I can't go.
Hit the wall hard. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Big mistake for GT. That's gonna open up the gap.
And that has allowed James Bickford, Ryan, to kind of close that gap on GT for second. Now, of course, 1, 2, 3 is podium for me. I know others do 1 through 5. I do 1, 2, 3. So, you know, even though these 3 or these 2, 14 and 25 are right here, I mean, is that damage going to hurt that 14 and allow James to take that second?
it already has hurt that 14. He's
Yeah.
losing on the leader here.
Oh, 14.
it's-
He's got to keep that 25 behind him somehow.
Yes.
You can't forget about that 3 of James Holzer. Stand by. Looks like a top 5 for him. Started in the back at
Well, don't jinx
21st.
Don't jinx it.
Ah, shut up. I know he's probably listening and saying, dude, hush. Just shut your mouth right now.
Yeah.
Tim out there in Chad. How you doing, Tim?
The
good
gap
evening.
keeps growing there between Weishart and GT Hawkins.
Yeah.
With that was a huge mistake for GT. That is not a very GT-like
No.
occurrence
Well,
either.
even GT, even last week, he said, he's just hoping to, finish the race. And here we go. That 25 is, oh, good save by, well, I didn't save it. Okay, he saved it. Good save by
good.
GT.
Oh my goodness.
But that has allowed the 3 of James Holzer, now he's blinking out. To really come up now. He's going to go to the inside of the
good.
14.
And he's in the wall again. Oh my goodness.
GT making the late race mistakes.
Yes. Yep.
So should we change it? Late race mistakes, Hawkins, or keep it a dominator?
No. I mean, he's still the points leader by 66 points.
Oh, yeah. Oh!
Caution flag.
Late race caution. That's going to be Jim Duda in the 53 here. Let's take a look at what happened to Mr. Duda. And I think that this might be a self spin. It looks like he's like kind of by himself here. So, product of the wall, out of the corner, loose. I mean, any number of things. And it looks like he comes out of turn 2 and just right down into the wall.
What the? Yeah.
I don't really understand that. So what happened?
I'm trying to see if his wheel freezes.
All right.
Oh, it
Well,
just kept sliding.
he can go cockpit here too. Kind of see what happened. I hope it's not a malfunction, but yeah, it looks like, he's going to be charged with this regardless. So he is turning left, and he's still turning left a little. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is going to be on the 53 of Jim Duda regardless. I mean, that's obvious. And
Yes.
it is even coming down the pipeline here, 156. Lap 156. At fault is the 53. 53 EOL self-spin on the backstretch. So just really not sure what happened to Jim Duda there. I don't know. Tim? Well, that's good. Glad to see you out there. Donna K out there. Donna, did you say anything? Did not. I don't see it, but I do see you out there. How you doing, Donna? All right, 8 to go. Jacob. I think Jacob, he is going to be coming down pit road here. So that's going to give the lead up to, I believe, James Holzer. That what you're seeing, Ryan? James up front?
Looks like it
Okay.
right now, David Weishart. I'm on David Weishart right now. He's going to fall to 3rd here.
Third, yep. GT going to be in 2nd.
I think it's just a difference of tires and no tires.
So let's see. James on a 2 stint. GT a 1 stint. Ah, man, I don't think a 1 lap difference is going to make it big enough. I really don't. Yeah. I think it's going to be, I think we're going to see, if we're going to see 3 wide, we're going to see it right now.
Yes.
There's nothing going to hold these drivers back.
Yeah. I totally agree. I mean, I don't, with the damage GT got from that earlier wreck, I think that's going to affect him here in that outside line too, for that matter.
GT spent 9.5 seconds back. Looks like James Holzer, I'm seeing a 0.0 box. James Holzer's. I don't know exactly what happened there. Like 13.9 for David Weishart. Get back up here to James Holzer here. And we are going to turn it over to Ryan Branshaw. Ryan, get us going here. Coming to 5 to go this time by, bud.
James Holzer on the outside line. Next to him is that 3 car, or James Holzer is the 3 car. GT Hawkins is beside him. Behind GT is the 3rd place car of David Weishart, followed by next to him James Bickford, and then we got the 33's teammate Chris Seidenfaden next to Bryce Sinisak, and that'll be your top 6 here. All these guys, I think, on the lead lap down to Darren Bruce have a chance at this win. We're coming to 5 to go here. We're starting with 5 to go, and James Holzer will be the one leading them to green, the standby driver out of all the drivers in the field. Definitely making a statement here tonight. Teams will definitely be keeping an eye on him. He's going to hold him. And there he goes. GT able to keep up somewhat, but James, huge restart there, rocketing down the front straightaway into turn number 1. GT will fall in right behind, but right behind him, that 33 of David Weishart is on a prowl. GT with a big momentum through the corner. He's going to be right on the bumper of that 3 car down the backstretch and looking to the inside, but David Weishart's going to take that outside line, trying to get around GT.
Oh,
they're going to squeeze.
Oh, here we go. Oh, the 3 is around, and we're going to have another big one here, folks. Oh, and we're still kind of wrecking back here in the back. Oh, James Holzer. Let's get on to James.
Man.
This is going to set up the one and only GWC here tonight.
Yeah, and I'm trying to see what happened there. Oh, that's netcode. 100%. That is netcode. That is the biggest netcode I've seen all night. There. Oh my goodness. A solid 5 feet between the cars, and the 3 James Holzer got sent around. That's terrible.
Oh man, yeah, it was. Oh. All right, well, we're gonna set up the GWC 1 of 1 here tonight, man. Tough break for James Holzer, and it looks like that code, I believe. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Man. Oh man. Oh no. Well, I don't think it's over. I mean,
no.
Can we end it under regulation? Yes, we could. Will we? I don't know.
I doubt it.
Oh man, we got David. We got James. David Weishart, James Bickford.
How about this? James Bickford looking for his first win all season. I mean, he's been running good these last couple of weeks. He's had 6 top 10s this entire season. He's about on par with David Weishart in terms of finishing position. I don't know. He's got a chance here tonight, and a huge chance for that matter.
I think it really all depends on what line David Weishart chooses. I mean, yes. David right now has got to be smart about it. Now, he is going to get a good jump. He can. But, I mean, James, he's just got to listen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all about his restart if he's going to be in this or not. Because he'll only have 2 laps to get around for that matter.
Hey,
get
we
past.
got the green, and if we can make it to it, the white. And then after that, whatever happens, happens. Of course, if a caution comes out before the white flag, that's it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Even if David wins it here tonight, he will not pass up GT Hawkins being 62 laps behind him. However, I mean, he will gain a few points,
Well,
but with GT right there
33.
sitting in third, I mean, go ahead.
He missed. So David missed a week, and I think they get 1 drop week.
Yes. Yeah, 1 provisional, yes.
Yes. So I'm sure that'll shorten the gap a little bit, but it'll be interesting come chase time.
Man, oh man. Well, Tim Wagner's still out there. Donna Kay, I'm sure, is still out there in chat. Don't know if Dennis is still out there or not. I'm glad to have all 3 of you out there. Brennan Kennedy, of course, Brennan and Dennis, 2 of our moderators here for Max Speed TV. Glad to have them out there as always. And of course, all the fans out there that just tune in. I cannot thank you guys and gals enough for tuning in. Of course, Ryan Branchaw. Ryan, yeah, it was a little monotonous earlier as they were, spread out, single file. But man, as always, coming down to the wire, they don't
Disappoint. They don't disappoint.
Yeah,
at all.
exactly. So
You get what you came for and more. So it's definitely been entertaining come these last couple laps, and it's not like stupid or silly moves have caused it. I mean, it's just fighting for position and hard racing that's caused it. And I mean, you really can't blame these drivers for it.
Yep, 21 watching. We got 8 likes. Can we hit? Okay, I think we can hit 15 likes here. At least. We're 1 shy now from 20. We're 6 shy from 15. So can we hit 15 here tonight? Yeah, and Chase Johnson, man, it is about to get interesting for sure. Well, it's already been interesting, but it's gonna get a little bit more extreme. You might want to put a couple of X's in there for extreme. Pace car's off and away. David Weishart, he is going to gun it. James Bickford, he timed that right. He's going to, well, no, he's not going to be able to drop it down in front of the 14 here, but he is going to be in second here tonight, James Bickford. Now the big question, can we get to the white flag before a caution? Oh, man, I don't know. We got Ruben Phelps in the 22 right here doing battle coming out of turn number 4 here. David Weishart. White flag in the air. 1 to go. That's it. Whatever happens, happens.
Can Bickford catch him? He's got 3/10 to make up in this entire lap. I think David just needs to make a mistake, and then
I don't think James
Bickford's
could. No, James is not going to be able to do it. David Weishart will come around turn 4 here tonight. Win it here at Dover. James in second. GT somehow is going to hold off with a top 3 here. Oh, awesome job by the top 3. Bryce Sidisak in 4th, and Drew Ballesteros there in that 5th spot. That is your top 5 here tonight. Checkered flag, of course, in the air. Wow.
How about that?
Well, it had to end under a GWC, but it ended under the GWC, green, white, and checkered. So, man, that's awesome. And we're going to watch the 33 smoke it up here on the front stretch at Dover. Watch him burn it up here, and we'll see if he blows an engine or not. I've seen it before. So, but man, David, happy here tonight winning it. Hang tight, folks. We'll be right back for the Max Speed TV post-race show. Let's get the top 3 up here. Hang tight, everybody. Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on Max Speed TV. We have caught up, of course, with our top 3 here tonight. We're going to pull up Mr. Dominator of the Xfinity Series. I'm still going to call you that, GT, even though you finished 3rd here tonight. Man, I thought you had it in the books, and man, I even thought Manning had it here tonight, but man, that little incident there kind of cost him. Bud, talk about your racing here tonight, the battles out there, especially coming down to the wire. Mike's yours, GT.
Yeah, props to Jacob. He was definitely the fastest car tonight. In that second run, I think, I don't know, he was gone. I had fresher tires and he was walking away. So props to him for sure. Yeah, I mean, thought I got lucky there and was hoping we'd run it out, and then got beat on the teammate restart, and then just got in a bad spot, and then was over driving, and I don't know. I just never really got a handle on the track and the car and the setup tonight. I'm not really sure where I was off or what I was missing, but yeah, so just over driving, got in the wall, and was pretty much done from there. And then when we got another caution, I was like, well, maybe I took 2 tires because I don't know, I've never done it, and the setup was so tight. I was hoping it would free it up a bit, but it was just so tight on exit. And then had a netcode incident with James there. I haven't seen it yet, but from what I've heard, it was crazy netcode, and so that's a bummer. But I think all things considered, we'll take a 3rd tonight for sure.
Well, you're mathematically locked in to defending the championship here for the Xfinity Series, but it is Dover. We had some standbys here tonight. Man, they kind of showed up here. So what was it like? Not only battle it with the standbys, but battling it throughout the lap traffic too, because that you hear at Dover, that played a factor.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think my experience was when I was going around lap traffic, I was already well off the pace. I'd already burned off all my stuff. So I think more than anything, I was letting everybody by. So I didn't have too much trouble, but yeah, I mean, it's tough to pass, and I could never really set up the exit right. I don't know. I'm not really sure where I was off there, but yeah, I mean, it's good to get a few new faces out here tonight, and good on James. He would have been pretty close to getting a win here, so good for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, GT, awesome job here, but we are going to be off next week, and I know we're going to see you tomorrow night right here at Dover for the Rick Motec Cup Series. So I don't even have to ask you about that, other than the Cup cars are different than the Xfinity cars. So what is your mindset going into tomorrow with that being said?
I'm mostly just hoping it's a little more free, or fits my driving style a little bit better, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, that thing was driving like a dump truck tonight, and I don't know. Some guys got it figured out better than I did, but I mean, again, all things considered, the way that race went, I had a blast. It was so much fun. I sound like I'm bummed, but no, that was so much fun. We got some cautions and got a bunch of them back up and got to race. So, yeah, I had a blast. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night.
You sound like GT Hawkins to me. You sound the same whether you win or not. You sound the same. So, GT, awesome job, bud. But we're gonna talk about, we're off next week, of course, for the Xfinity. Well, the whole week, of course. But in Las Vegas, when we come back, that's gonna be round 10, the final race of the regular season, and mathematically, I think you're already locked into it. So talk about Vegas. I mean, mile and a half. It's gonna be interesting, bud. Mike's yours.
Yeah, Vegas is fun. 1 and 2 drives a little different than 3 and 4. So I don't know how tire wear is gonna go. I don't know. I'm hit or miss on the mile and a half tracks. Some I'm really good at, some I'm terrible at. So I've been pretty hit or miss at Vegas too. But yeah, if it's like the way that it used to be before the updates, then 1 and 2 is pretty interesting, because it seems like the line kind of moves up as the run goes, and there's just a little more of a dynamic line, which is always fun. So it'll be interesting to see who tests the waters up at the top early on and who doesn't, and what wins.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Las Vegas, it's Sin City. You know, they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but I guess we'll see what happens, you know, when we come back to see if it transpires into the chase, because I don't know what's going to happen at Vegas. We haven't raced there yet, so we'll have to wait and see. Of course, in chat real quick, Tim Zaya says, GT is my idol. Josh, can you have him give me an autograph? He wants an autograph, GT, just letting you know.
Appreciate it, Tim. He had a good run tonight too. All
Yes.
our guys did at the end of that. We pulled it out, so I'm really proud of them. But yeah, I'll get you an autograph, Tim.
All righty, GT, man. Final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate third here tonight, bud?
Yeah, thanks my teammates, GT Motorsports. Brennan on the box did an awesome job tonight. Can't do it without him. Butt Kicker, D-Dub Button Boxes, all our admins here at Extreme. Jake for holding down the fort tonight. Appreciate him. You guys up at MaxspeedTV and all my friends, family out there watching. Thanks.
All right, GT, go celebrate third. We'll see you tomorrow night.
We'll be here. Thanks, Josh.
All right, well, that is going to bring us here to our second place finisher, James Bickford, and I believe Ryan has caught up with him.
James, got a copy, buddy?
I do. How's it going?
Not bad yourself. I mean, can't be too bad after a second place finish.
Yeah, not too bad. I wish we would have got the win. You know, that's what I come into each one of these races going for. This is closest we got, but yeah, it's not too bad of a race there.
Absolutely. 5th in points. So obviously you got something good going and something consistent, even no matter what the leader was. James Bickford was always a name up there in those top couple drivers. Talk about the race tonight.
I mean, I think we had a good piece. I came a little bit late, but we had a really, really good car the entire time. We were just trying to figure out what was the best way to save on tires. And that created a situation where we're starting to move around, kind of see what the guys in front of us were doing. And then just moving up a couple grooves ended up saving us a bunch and put us back into the top 5 and had a couple good pit stops, a couple good breaks come our way. And that put us into the top 3. And we made the most of it.
Absolutely. And after that last restart, if you had a couple more laps, do you think you could have had David there?
I don't know how much David was conserving there. I think that, you know, on that last like 1 or 2 laps, we were a little bit quicker than him. But really, I just the restarts were so tough for the outside when the leader would pick the bottom. So we struggled a little bit trying to keep up. The whole outside line did. And I was trying to get a little bit of a run, but by the time he was on throttle and exiting, you know, we just didn't have enough speed to keep up. So we gave him too much on the initial start.
Yeah, absolutely. But any shout outs, thanks you want to give tonight before we let you go?
I mean,
Las Vegas here real quick when we come back after the break.
Well, we got an off week first for July 4th and then Vegas and then the chase. So what are your thoughts going into Vegas?
I mean, we're gonna go in and we're gonna go and win. That's how I enter every race, right? We've been fast this entire season. Just been not able to really put together a race on these long runs because the series is so awesome. And you know, everybody races so well. But I mean, we're gonna go in, try to get our first win. We're right there, and you know, the practice I'm getting here is definitely helping. I got Reed Wilson on the box with me, helping me as a crew chief, and then my spotter in real life, Matt Scott, also helping out. So this is kind of our way of training for possibly some truck and Xfinity races at the end of the year. So really looking forward to translating what we're learning here and just developing that racecraft, developing that chemistry again with my real spotter, Matt Scott here. And I think we're going to do an awesome job in Vegas.
Absolutely. And thoughts on the track real quick before we move on to shout outs here.
Super, super intimidating. When your right front is down below 30% on a long run and you're trying to stay out of the wall and coming out of 2 and coming out of 4, you better watch out. That's all I have to say. It definitely difficult as it progressed through a long run, but the track is super awesome. Kind of complements my driving style, I think, with that slow roll off and transitioning and dropping down into the corner. I mean, it's what I like in real life. I guess it's what I like in iRacing.
Absolutely. And shout outs, thanks you want to give tonight before we let you go?
I mean, just shout out to Reed Wilson for helping me out. He's been here every single Wednesday. Matt Scott, when he can, is able to jump in too. So those two guys, you know, sticking around for these long races, it's super awesome for them. And shout out to all the fans, man. This is a heck of a series, and I think we're gonna have more people tune in here pretty soon. It's gonna get exciting.
Absolutely. Well, congrats on the second place finish, and go celebrate, buddy.
Heck yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome job, James. Awesome job, bud. Man. I can say more, but we're going to keep it short here, man. Awesome.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys, for having me on.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that is going to bring us here to
Yikes.
David Weishart. I know he's in mid-conversation with Alan Fox here, but I got to say, David, awesome job there in that 33 here tonight, bringing it home into victory lane here, smoking it up on the front stretch. Man, what a win here for you. This is your only, I believe, your second win of the season, and it took Dover to do it. Man, talk about it.
It was a fun race. Hell, the setup was a little tight, which isn't really what I like on this track, but I didn't have start the race off. I didn't have any long run, short run speed that GT or definitely not what Jacob had. Jacob was on rails on the early part of the race. I don't know what happened to him mid race, but we come up for a restart and I seen he didn't have a front bumper, and he restarted on the bottom. I restarted second. I thought I was going to be in pretty good shape there, and he was able to get up just in front of me coming off of two, and then he was slow down the straightaway, and I got pinned behind him, and GT got around us, and GT seems to have a lot of luck go his way, and I come over the radio when the caution come out. I was like, man, GT, you want to share that horseshoe for a minute? And it all ended up coming back around, you know, a full circle, because, you know, we had another caution there. My teammate Garrett stayed out and he took the top, so we could have the launch, and I got around him and got the lead there. And I really did not want to see that yellow with like 10 to go. That was not what I wanted to see at all, because I've been having really slow pit stops all race. Like, I had 2 mid 14-second stops, which is just, I've never seen that. So
14.5 seconds. I would say
Yeah.
that wouldn't be bad, to be honest.
no, the average pit stop's like 13.5 seconds.
Oh, so about a second
I know.
off.
Yeah, I
Ouch.
know your all's. I've seen a yours and like a couple other broadcasts. Their program is like a second off
Ah,
of
okay.
what it really is. I guess it maybe just times it from when you're in your box to when you're not in your box.
Yeah,
so like
it could be. It could
yeah,
be.
either way, they were pretty slow stops, and lost some spots, but I had my best pit stop of the day on that last one, got the lead, and just held them off on the green white checker.
Oh, this last pit stop, I'm gonna kind of take a look at it here if I can. At 13.9. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it felt quicker than that, but
Ah.
when you're comparing it to 14.5 second stops, it felt lightning quick.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, man, I got to say, David, and I just noticed it here. Yeah, it took to round 9 to notice this. Looking at the wins here tonight, it's been either Samson Motorsports or GTM, and GTM being GT Hawkins. Oh, man, you're going to kind of upset it here and, keep that tradition going, dominating between Samson and GTM for sure. But what was the biggest issue here? I mean, lap traffic, I think, there toward the end, really played a factor.
Yeah, it's hard even for me to even point out a real big issue. I mean, I guess you could say lap traffic. There were a couple times there I just caught lap traffic in bad spots, coming off the corners, having to lift. And I mean, if you had to lift for a lap car, not even passing them, if you had to lift to let them go when they were on fresher tires, man, it cost you over half a second a lap.
Oh,
And of time, it was just brutal. But I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. That's just racing. Really, it was just the biggest the biggest factor out there was it was just so hard to pass. You could really defend using that outside line. It burned your stuff up. But you could really pinch and defend because the car was so tight on the exit of the corners. You could really hold your spot out there.
All righty, buddy. Well, that's going to do it here for Dover. We're going to, of course, have next week off. But tomorrow night, the Rick Motec Cup Series, we're going to see you tomorrow night or no?
Oh, yeah, I'll be here.
All right, so we got, of course, Dover again tomorrow night. But it's in the Cup cars. What do you expect tomorrow night?
These cars are easier to drive. Usually it's the other way around. These Xfinity cars are easier to drive here than the Cup cars, which I mean, I like it that way. The Cup cars ought to be the hardest car to drive.
Yes.
Tomorrow's car, the Cup car is loose off the corners. It's way looser. And it just keeps getting loose as the run goes on. So it seems to fit the way I like to drive a car better, because you can use the throttle to rotate the car in the center of the corner without using up your right front to do so. So I like it that way. I've had some speed in practice. There's some other guys I've seen in practice that got just as much speed as I do. So it should be a fun race. There ought to be a handful of guys to look out for.
All righty, buddy. Well, you know, we're going to, of course, have off next week. We go to Las Vegas when we come back. How do you feel about Las Vegas? And then, of course, final thought, shout-outs, thanks, bud. Mike's yours.
I mean, I like Vegas. I think it's a pretty fun track to just kind of go back and just to have fun when you go back there. Because as far as individually goes, as far as me, I'm pretty safe as far as making it into the chase. So in both series, so it's just I'm gonna go into get a week off, going to Vegas, and just go and have some fun and try to win. And then I just want to thank RB Custom Rigs for sponsoring the series. Rick Donovan. Got to thank Russ Anderson, Northern Capital, for sponsoring us here at Samson Motorsports, and everybody at Samson Motorsports. We had a really good run tonight as far as team goes, and then my teammates they got caught up in late race mayhem there at the end. So, but we had a good run going up until then, and thank you for broadcasting what you do, and hope everybody has a good Independence Day.
Oh, yeah. Well, you too, David. And, awesome win here tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night. And, of course, that's the last race before, the off week. But go celebrate your victory here tonight, David. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks, man. See you then.
Yep. All right. Let's get him back down here to Samson Motorsports. We'll drag him down there. Ryan, I got to say, the final laps here tonight, bud, the whole race was amazing. But the final laps here for sure, even though it took that GWC to do it, that was outstanding.
Man, the last few laps of racing was pretty awesome. I would totally agree with you there. But man, driver the race, Jacob Manning bringing it home in 8th. That doesn't represent the race that he had. Getting taken out about halfway due to net code. That's just, you can't put that on anybody. And even though he was definitely the winner of this race, it's taken from him by netcode, and that's a tough pill to swallow for him. But it is what it is, I guess. And David Weishart was able to pull it out in the end, and a great race for a lot of these drivers up here in the top on the lead lap here.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, well, let's get down here too. I believe that it's been official here. I think has the points been updated? If not, then it'll be unofficial. Points have not been updated, so it is unofficial here. So let's get down here to the unofficial results, pending the admin stuff they have to do. David Weishart will grab the win here tonight. Awesome job by David. Keeping it going with GTM and Samson Motorsports back to back. It's just been them two teams here so far this season. James Bickford there in second. What an awesome run by James Bickford here tonight. And I'm frozen. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yep, I'm frozen here. Yes, I am.
Still hear you. You want me to run them down here?
Yeah, just go ahead. Just run us down. ATVO has locked me out, so go ahead.
GT Hawkins in the third position, followed by Bryce Sensac in fourth. Good recovery for Bryce. Drew Blasteros in fifth. Timothy Zayas, a great run for him and recovery in sixth. Ruben Phelps, another standby driver in seventh. Jacob Manning recovers to eighth. Darren Bruce in ninth. Garrett D. Grant in 10th. Standby driver James Holter in that 3 car in 11th. Michael Thwaites in 12th in that 12 car. Chris Seidenfaden in 13th. David Elliott 14th. Justin Rideout finishes, it looks like 2 laps down in 15th. Blair Patterson 3 laps down in 16th. Jim Duda in 17th, 9 laps down. Alan Fox involved in that big wreck, 18 laps down in that 8 car. Mike Rominger in 19th laps down. Ryan Goodell in 20th after being involved in that big wreck as well. Rafe Slate in 21st, Kyle Sieg 22nd, Ryan Wasserman 23rd, checking out 59 laps early, and Paul Henley rounds out the field in 24th, 89 laps down.
All right, well, our bottom winner, of course, will be David Weishart. I had to reset it here tonight, but we got it, man. Thank you, thank you for that, Ryan. But Dover, it's done. Well, for tonight, we still got Dover tomorrow night, and you know the Cup cars. They drive so much differently than the Xfinity. I know you're not going to be here in the booth, but your thoughts, Cup cars, Dover, round 9.
My thoughts are downforce, low power, and a giant track. Miles the Monster will probably be feasting tomorrow too as well. Man, I enjoy the Xfinity cars. These guys are fun to watch, and of course, same drivers up there, just different cars. I think tomorrow night's going to be a very good one too. A lot closer racing with all the drag that spoiler, as well as the splitter creates on that car, and but yeah, it'll be up close personal, and those guys will be for sure ripping it around this place, and I expect to see something similar tonight, and just as great as it finished as well.
All right, well, thank you for that, Ryan. But of course, our final shout outs here, of course, our admin here tonight Scott wasn't available here, so our admin was Jake Busto. So a big shout out to Jake for hanging in there here tonight. So a big shout out to Jake for adminning the Xfinity Series tonight. Of course, RB Custom Rigs, Rick Bell. If you're in the market for a computer or parts, check him out. Facebook.com/RB Custom Rigs. Ryan Branshaw up here in the booth with me again tonight. A big shout out to Ryan as always. Thank you, bud. I know sometimes you can't make it, but that's life. So, man, I do appreciate it when you can make it. Trust me, it does help. So, big shout out to you, bud. All the fans out there for tuning in each and every week. Thank you all. And Rick Donathan out there for putting on an awesome league over here at Extreme Motorsports and 99.com Sunday through Thursday. But tomorrow night, it's going to be Dover for the Rick Motec Cup Series. The top dogs here. We'll see what happens tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, with myself, Joshua Medlock. And if he can make it, James Shane Wolf. Hopefully he can be up here, because if I'm by myself with this action tonight, I'm in trouble. So, thank you guys. And as always, this is awesome. But until tomorrow night, stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.